Hi everybody, my name is Hannah and this is Pepper and Pine, and today we are personalizing some pencil extenders. I picked these up from Amazon and you can find the link in the description box below. Now we have used pencil extenders before and we have some that are definitely nicer, but they are much more expensive. So this set is really affordable and I'm going to try them out with my Lyra color pencils because those are the color pencils that we use the most, and they are a little bit too big for these color pencils, but my previous pencil extenders were a little bit big as well, and the little hack I used was to use a little bit of tape around the base of our color pencils, and then they fit right into the pencil extender. It does have a little metal ring that you can tighten your pencil extender once your pencil is inside. To personalize them, I'm going to use some stains and some watercolors. I have this stain that I've used on other projects, but I decided that I want to actually make this in rainbow order so that it can color coordinate with all of my pencils. I'm using a little bit of tape just to ensure that they're actually going to stay in these pencil extenders, and it works really well. This is a great hack. I'm going to tighten the metal ring and you can see that it stays in really well. Before watercoloring the barrels of the pencil extenders, I'm going to give it a quick sanding with either a 220 or 320 grit sandpaper. These end up getting nice and smooth once I use the sandpaper. However, once I watercolor them, they end up being a little bit rough. I'm going to use some beeswax at the very end to keep them nice and smooth. Now that I've given it a nice sanding, I'm going to use this Stockmar watercolor in Florentine Red. This is concentrated, so I have diluted it a little bit. So now we can begin watercoloring the barrels of our pencil extenders. I'm watercoloring them in a rainbow of colors. That way the color pencils that I'm using with these pencil extenders will match the barrel of the pencil extender. The first one is done. I'm going to set it aside and work on the next one. This is going to be for Carmine Red. Once I'm done giving them all one coat, they definitely need a second coat once they dry completely, just to really bring out that color. And even once they dry completely with two coats, adding the wax at the very end will really bring out that color. This is vermilion. It's this nice, beautiful orange color. Now, I already used this stain on this one, but I'm finding it too translucent and not vibrant enough, so I'm going to add sienna to this one. I'm going to do another one with sienna as well, but this one gives it a nice rich dark color. I love the way they're looking so much at this point, but we need to move into our greens and blues. I'm starting out with this lemon yellow, which I could have just left as a lemon yellow because our yellow was more of a golden yellow in our previous set. But we're actually going to add a little bit of green to this one to make it a shade of green that's in between yellow and this sap green. We go through our green color pencils the fastest, so I want to ensure that we have a nice assortment of green pencil extenders to go with those color pencils. Next, we're going to add the sap green with the blue green to give us a nice variation between the two. The color that I really wanted that I wasn't able to make is more of an olive green. But now we're going to move on to the blues, and I'm going to do an ultramarine blue, which is so stunning and so gorgeous. And even though it looks so vibrant now, I still give it a second coat to really bring those colors out. Even though I've given everything two coats, they do dry lighter. So I do recommend that you add a beeswax coating at the very end, or even just a little bit of oil just to seal the color so that it doesn't transfer while you're using them. Next, we're moving into cobalt blue, which is a beautiful blue that's both deep and vibrant at the same time. If you've never used pencil extenders before, this might be a good opportunity for you to try them out. They ended up being a lot more affordable than the original set that we got. Now, while the original set may not have been by Lyra color pencils to begin with, searching online, the same ones come up for between $5 and $12 each. This entire set of 12 was less than $7. I'm adding some beeswax to seal these. That was a little bit too much beeswax. You only need a little bit. A little bit goes a long way to sealing these. You can see that it really enhances the color and it keeps the watercolor from transferring to other things. This is what it looks like when they're done. They are so gorgeous. I love the way they turned out. They are personalized and they are also practical. So I've added my red color pencil to the red pencil extender. I love the way it looks. Here's a yellow, a golden yellow one as well. I'm just tightening them with that little metal ring. Now these are budget pencil extenders, and when I tried to seal this one with the ring, it completely popped off. That metal piece completely popped off, and I'm going to use some wood glue to fix it. It's a quick fix, but considering that these are about 70 cents each, it is a huge reduction compared to the price that I originally paid for our pencil extenders. I think this is a great way to extend the life of your color pencils, especially if you're using a set that is kind of pricey, and our Lyra color pencils are really pricey, and this allows us to use them even when they're too small to use comfortably otherwise. I've added some glue to this one, but because the color pencil was already inside, I need to take that off before I could actually glue this together, and you can see that some of the glue has seeped out around the edge of the pencil extender, and it actually got on the bottom of the pencil. So you want to make sure that that is completely cleaned off before you reassemble it. Otherwise, your pencil or color pencil will end up gluing to the inside of your pencil extender. So these ones are done. They're looking so great. Here's the brown one with the sienna. I love the way that they look in the end. They are just so beautiful. It's now time to put our color pencils away with all of our other color pencils. I put them in rainbow order in these little cups, and I'm adding the blues with the blues. They are mostly Lyra color pencils, but there are another assortment of color pencils that are mixed in. So this is a nice way to keep all of the colors together for when we're using them with our different drawings and illustrations for our homeschool. I hope that you enjoyed this simple tutorial on how to personalize some pencil extenders, and if you didn't know what pencil extenders were, you can see my original video, which is linked in the description box below. Don't forget to check out the blog post that accompanies this video. We can find more information on the materials that I used. The link to that blog post is in the description box below. And if you'd like to see how we're using our color pencils on a daily basis, you can find me on Instagram and now on TikTok at Pepper and Pine.